All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're decoding Workday's Q1 fiscal 2027 results to see exactly how a major tech player is turning artificial intelligence into massive, tangible business revenue, and more importantly, getting the market to completely buy in. Now, before we pop the hood and look at the actual mechanics of their new technology, which, by the way, is completely fascinating, we've got to look at the reported financial results it's generating. Co-founder Anil Busari explicitly said that Workday is ready for this AI moment, and they're moving with serious speed. So let's look at the hard data driving the strategy right now. $2.5 billion. That right there is Workday's total revenue for just the first quarter of fiscal 2027. It represents an incredibly impressive 13.5% jump year over year. In the world of large-scale enterprise software, maintaining double-digit growth at a multi-billion-dollar scale is notoriously difficult. It requires a massive catalyst, and for Workday, that catalyst is absolutely their new AI platform. Here's our quick roadmap for today. First, we'll hit the Q1 FY27 financial highlights. Second, we'll explore the agentic AI shift. Third, we'll look at real-world AI outcomes. And fourth, we'll wrap up with their future outlook and momentum. Section 1, Q1 FY27 financial highlights. Let's see how these metrics lay the foundation for their big tech pivot. There's a really interesting rhythm to their success here. Yes, total revenues are up 13.5%, but look at that non-GAAP operating margin sitting at a robust 31.8%. That's an expansion of 159 basis points, meaning they're actually keeping more profit from every single dollar earned. But the real kicker? That $8.8 billion 12-month subscription backlog growing at 15.5%. That is guaranteed future demand. Customers aren't just testing the waters, they're locking themselves in for the long haul. Moving right along to Section 2, the agentic AI shift. How exactly are they growing this fast at this scale? Well, the secret engine is a fundamental pivot in their tech strategy. The crucial point here is that we're moving way beyond AI that just chats with you or helps you draft a quick email. We're talking about AI that autonomously executes the work for you with deterministic accuracy. Workday operates at the very heart of HR, finance, and IT, places where the margin for error is essentially zero. They have what they call a right path advantage. In plain English, that means their AI actually has the keys and permissions to execute changes, rather than just drafting a suggestion for a human to go proof. It's autonomous execution. And they aren't just dropping in one generic tool. Workday is deploying entire teams of agents integrated right into the core systems. We're looking at agentic HR, finance, IT, and legal. They even rolled out specialized modules like Sana for IT service management to handle routine service tasks across all these different departments. Think of it like an entire ecosystem of highly specialized digital workers collaborating seamlessly inside the platform. All right, Section 3, real-world AI outcomes. Because in enterprise software, if it doesn't actually impact the bottom line, it's just noise. Let's get out of the theoretical and look at the real-world proof. A perfect example of this impact comes from a massive organization, AdventHealth, who recently deployed the Workday Contract Intelligence Agent. Just take a look at these wins. By automating their contract reviews, AdventHealth analyzed 90,000 contracts using the AI agent. They didn't just save thousands of hours of incredibly tedious manual labor, they put over $2.5 million directly back into their bottom line. That is pure, undeniable ROI. The AI took over a heavy administrative burden, handled it with total accuracy, and freed up their actual human capital to focus on high-level strategy. And talk about scale. Look at this number, 14 million. In Q1 alone, Workday's recruiting agent supported 14 million distinct hiring processes. That is a 44% jump year over year. Think about the sheer mind-boggling volume of resumes, interview schedules, and candidate comms that entails. It's a massive testament to the scale of their system, proving that enterprise customers completely trust Workday's AI to act as the face of their brand to millions of potential hires. Which brings us to our final section, future outlook and momentum. Let's see how this proven operational success translates into market momentum. This metric right here is the absolute standout for me. Workday is reporting over 200% year-over-year growth in new annual contract value directly attributed to agentic AI. That tells us these AI features are no longer just a nice-to-have bonus for companies. They are the primary driver of new, highly lucrative sales. People are specifically buying Workday to get their hands on these agents. And get this,
When existing customers expand their contracts and decide to loop in agentic AI, those deals are over 50% larger than standard expansions. It's a brilliant land and expand strategy. Once a customer is in the ecosystem, the upsell potential is huge, dramatically increasing the lifetime value of every single client they bring on board. Now, if you're wondering if this is just early adopter hype, it's definitely not. Over 4,000 customers are already using at least one of Workday's organically developed AI agents to run their operations. That adoption rate literally more than doubled quarter over quarter. They've built the trust, and the enterprise world is scaling it up rapidly. So what's the ultimate endgame here? Workday just bumped their full-year fiscal 2027 subscription revenue guidance to nearly $10 billion, and they are aggressively gunning for a staggering $188 billion total addressable market. By embedding agentic AI into the unified data core of HR and finance, they're essentially cementing themselves as the indispensable operating system for the modern enterprise. CFO Zane Rowe even noted their focus is laser-targeted on executing this specific agentic AI roadmap.
We've seen the financial proof, and we've seen the operational power on display today. Workday is actively calling this era super intelligence for work, which leaves every single business leader out there, and honestly, probably you watching this explainer right now, with one critical question. As AI makes this leap from a helpful little chatbot to an autonomous agent executing real workflows, is your enterprise ready to keep up? It is a fundamental shift in how work gets done. Thanks so much for joining me as we coded this massive shift today. Stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.